only on Radio Zindagi. Study it.
Alright. Well, that quietly is we have some rain, but it's not thunder. It's just real rain. Let me lower it for a minute. I got AC running, so I don't know how the audio is. I hope the audio is good. Right now it's on a weak station, so the audio on this one is not gonna be that strong because it's on a weak station. This is a 540 coming out of Long Island. It's a very weak. That night now is fading away. Hello, Tasso. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good 4th of July. I enjoyed it. Um, I ate good, man. Yeah, I ate really good. I gotta spend the rest of the summer. I need to lose some weight. So anyway, I'm gonna go through the medium weight band and do some FM band scan on it. I figured Friday night. Let me just do a little bit of going through the bands, just the medium weight band FM. My preliminary thoughts about this radio right now is it's very good radio. Very excellent, especially on FM. Even on medium wave is pretty good, but definitely on FM. I picked up that station from Philadelphia today. It was, it came in. I was like, of course, somebody commented there's something wrong with the speaker. There's nothing wrong with the speaker. Nothing wrong with the speaker. It's just that what happens is when it fades in and out, when it cuts off like that, the audio on the Philadelphia one, that's tropo. That means that it's coming over the horizon because Philadelphia is over 95 miles away. 95 miles away from where I'm at, close to 100 miles. Of course, the curvature of the earth after 75 miles, line of sight is no longer. Remember, the signal goes into off into the atmosphere, whatever. So, somebody put, yeah. Problem is, when you post a video, you always gotta have a little negative Nelly posting things like, like, oh, something wrong. Nothing wrong with the speaker. I listen to more local stations. You're gonna hear how loud this thing is. It's just people chime in before they even, they don't think before they chime in. This is the everybody wants to be an expert. Like the antenna, the roof antenna. Somebody wrote, "Oh, it's a UHF antenna." Yeah, I know the Yagi is a UHF. I know the Yagi is a UHF antenna. I know that. You think I know that? It's not an FM antenna. I know that, people. But of course, somebody had a comment on it. The reason why I bought it. Remember, those that follow my channel saw when I bought it. I bought it as a goof. It was $7 on AliExpress. That's why I bought it. It's not because it's an FM antenna. I'm trying it out on FM. It's okay. It's not the best antenna. Of course, it's not the best antenna. The FM loop kicks his ass. The FM loop is designed for FM. The Yagi is not designed. It's a cheap UHF antenna. It was a $7 antenna. Of course, they jacked up the price now to $10. I guess I made it popular. And yeah, people, oh, it's a UHF antenna. Yeah, I know it's a UHF antenna. Like, I've been doing this channel for almost 8 years. You would think I would know by now what's a UHF, what's VHF, what band the FM frequency is on. What I mean? What frequency the FM band is on. I know these things. So when you post something like that, you're just trying to sound smart, and you don't come out as smart. You really don't. You don't. Anyway, so the medium wave band right now, of course, I'm gonna say this works well with the telescoping whip. Even medium wave, you can use medium wave with a telescoping whip, and I tried it last night. I was playing around with it. It works pretty good with a telescoping whip. I'm gonna tell you that. So if you're interested, anybody interested in this radio, I'm good. It's a very good radio. It is very good. Maybe you can get it the price. When I got this, was around $63 on AliExpress. It was half off. So let's go through the medium wave band. Right now, I am connected to the MFJ 1886 loop. Okay, this is an amplified loop antenna for shortwave and medium wave. Shortwave and medium wave. This antenna. This is a 350. I forgot what's the price right now. It's almost $400 on this antenna. Okay, it's hooked up directly to the connector here on the TEF 6686. I'm trying to. This floor is. I got a carpet on it. That's why. Oh my God. Let me just. There you go. Actually, looks better here. Okay. So let me move this MFJ box over. Put the volume up. Let me turn a little bit. Yeah, happy 4th of July from Montreal, runs here. And the speaker's fine, yeah. I know, but you always gotta have people that want to comment. If the speaker was awful, would I even bother putting videos on this? I mean, seriously, people. Seriously. Exactly. People don't understand that. You're gonna have that type of breakthrough. When that's tropo, you're gonna have a breakthrough. I have quite a few stations today that they were trying to break through, and some of them faded away right away. So and I looked at DX maps today. It didn't seem like a lot of activity, but for me locally, I did get a couple of. I got one that was around 60 miles away in Ellenville. I got that one today, 60 miles away in Ellenville. And I rounded off. It was actually 59 point something miles. And then, of course, the Philadelphia station, that's 95 miles. And I got that with the FM loop, with this radio. So, all right. Ron said, my MLA 30 saved my hobby. Like Linux, giving a new life to a home computer. Exactly. And hello, Davin Rose. I hope you're doing well. And hello, Drain Trivet from Tennessee. I hope you're doing well.
इसमें जानते लोग हैरान रह जाते हैं। जैसे उनकी अजीब आदतों की वजह से इलाकों में बहुत से लोग उनको संकी भी बुलाते हैं। और एक बार राजकुमार ने
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I gotta go this way. Okay. Because I did the latest mod on this. I'm sorry. I did the latest firmware on this. It's 2.11. And the tuning wheel is the opposite now. I gotta ask them how to reverse this. It's a habit. So this radio is very simple to use. Out the box is very easy to use. So don't be intimidated by all this stuff. Actually, it's very easy to use. Let me turn on my other screen so I can put the.
So one person is calling this is I've said he's
a
better columnist than I am. I have said that publicly. Then is Victor Davis.
I can subscribe to the station. That would be nice.
Till the end of everything. Now wars descend into annihilation. I'm reading the book.
Introduce no noise.
I'm in the chapter with the aspects.
Let me open on that tab.
Because I'm a history guy and I like all this stuff. So Professor Hanson, he's a Pepperdine, he's at the Hoover Institution.
He's a get a little crackling now.
Taking time out to join us now from Colorado, California. So, number one about the book, I'm enjoying the book, but, you know, this is a hardcore history. People should know that. It's not contemporized. But the message certainly is. Because a lot of people feel that the USA is in steep decline on a number of fronts. Do you believe that?
I do, and I didn't write the book for that purpose, but once I looked at these examples of Thebes and Carthage and Chalon, and of course Constantinople, there were certain themes, Bill.
Right.
Once powerful states or nations.
Anyway, I think it's coming out of Buffalo.
In denial. They felt that they were as robust as ever, that the enemy wouldn't dare attack them, that there would be allies.
I think that's coming out of Buffalo. I'm telling you.
To teach an accurate and invigorating history of our country. Can you imagine our nation having a 250th celebration true to our founding principles under a
WFCA, of course, the mission
administration in 2026? History, Ronald Reagan.
I think that's CKMG. Okay, CKGM, I think out of Montreal. It's still early. But I think that's the.
And let our agents do their job.
Target this one, who's a retired border patrol chief and a partner at Americans for Prosperity.
This is WICC. Connecticut.
When we talk about immigration, I said, well, I'm not talking about anybody's race. And they said, well,
with another best radio music track. I get this across all the time. Good like, yeah, let's reach another track. So who's the magic accessory? Suppose they're going to take your power and
KYW.
The Father, we thank you. I speak new life and I speak prosperity and expansion into your daughters, into your sons' new business. Father, we thank you and we bless you. We give you the glory, we give you the honor, and we thank you for the home where the enemy had been wreaking havoc. We thank you, we speak the spirit of peace. Jehovah Shalom.
So this is WSNR. New Jersey.
In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that woman that's going through, that man.
Hello, Bobby. Can't stay long. Okay, I hope you're doing well. Rossi, your life is like a radio. You never know what you're gonna tune. Forrest Gump, yeah. But it's still early. Plus, I got some electronics here. I got the AC going, but it's really humid tonight.
side 3-0 on Valdez, who singled and grounded out tonight.
WFAN.
Don't see anybody moving around out there. I guess you can.
It's still early, but this is WSCR out of Chicago, but it's still early. You can hear the FAN kind of bleeding over.
Same haters and BSers, liars, and low IQ buffoons. We're saying they want to teach the existence.
680, of course, is WRKO out of Providence.
Legitimate in her decisions,
Out of Providence, right?
as corrupt in her approach.
Oh, I have to look it up.
And Rashawn and their ilk.
I'm going to verify that.
Goes on, says Thomas.
Oh, Boston. Sorry, Boston.
Special counsel is about an office. Questions.
Yeah, RKO, coming out of Boston. My bad. My bad. I don't know why I keep saying Providence.
What can determine whether special counsel is superior office? Okay.
Yeah, that's WOR is bleeding in right now. That's Cincinnati, right?
On the thread. And he was desperate. Not only was he in the stocks, he was penniless. But he still had this unique.
It's too early for that, Chicago. It's too early for this one. There goes Zoomer. That's Zoomer. Zoomer Radio.
So many times I stopped keeping track. Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. Try so very
It's coming in now. WSB Atlanta. Still early. Still early. WJR out of Detroit.
As we left, we had the pride flag flying from the embassy. We had a gender studies program at the University of Kabul. We had George Floyd murals. So we were culturally imperialistic, but we didn't have...
It's fading away, but I was hearing 790 from, where was that? Somewhere upstate. I forgot where. I think Ithaca, maybe. I forgot where exactly. Of course, I used to hear Radio Reloj from Cuba here, but I haven't heard that station in almost 2 years now. About 2 years. I used to pick up Radio Reloj here. Juan, what is it? Juan 800, whatever it's called, I believe. He's a Spanish station in Connecticut, but right now it's fading away, and I'm getting the Canadian one. I forgot what this is. It's a CKLW. I forgot which one it is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me check. No, Juan is 850. My bad. 800. I can't remember which is another 800. Anyway. CKLW. Yeah, CKLW. This is I think this was 810. What's that? 810. Albany. Okay, Albany. WGY. It's still early. No, okay. Of course, I'm getting a splatter from
the world. But
WNYC.
I really enjoy writing the songs.
Thank you, Gavin Rose.
The other things that we do.
And I hope you have a great night too.
Why act like I have something wrong?
Hey, hello, James Farley. I hope you're doing well.
My guest is David Byrne. We'll be back after a short break. This is Fresh Air.
The world doesn't stop turning at the weekend.
Yeah, still early.
And yet they impose on the
840 is Louisville, Kentucky, WHAS.
physical features, non-substantive features, exactly what Martin Luther King said to ignore.
WHAS.
Exactly what all real
Louisville, Kentucky.
leaders in the recent past.
And of course, I'm using the MJ 1886 loop.
But now Kamala,
Okay, MJ
not
1886 loop.
because she was the best. In fact, she was the first to lead the Democrat primary in 1916. She wasn't even supported by most of the black population.
It was WXAB 1850. But 850, what is it now? I'm trying to remember what is it 850 right now. Another 850. Of course, I wish I can get KOA, but maybe with this radio I might do it. Yes, the HMO's coming up. This is the one from Quebec. Is it CJBC or something like that? I forgot what it is. Off the top of my head, I can't remember right now. Because I'm not going to be looking up this stuff. CJBC or something like that. Anyway, this one comes in every night. Booming. It's from, is it up? Anyway, it's French. Canada. Canada. BC. I thought it was CJB. But they changed the call letters? I thought it was CJBC. This one comes in every night, so I don't bother with this one. Did they change the call letters? B with the Z now? No, I have to look it up. Now you made me look it up.
Il y en a 4 qui sont disponibles. Le premier, c'est une fiction avec des très bons comédiens.
Okay, yeah, I was okay. Yeah, CJBC. Yeah, Toronto. Okay, Toronto. Yeah, Canada Premier. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
On va faire la première traversée transcanadienne.
CJBC, yeah.
On va parler de
I-70. I can't remember what I got at A70. It's been a while. I have to look it up on my channel.
The third, the
of course, WCBS.
But thanks to some fine defensive plays, Pittsburgh couldn't score. Jose Iglesias started a 5-6-3 double play to erase a leadoff hit by Michael Taylor, and then Brandon Nimmo robbed O'Neill.
890 is a WLS out of Chicago. That's what I usually get on 890. Although right now it's early, it's bleeding over still.
My wife dearly, when they're 70, we're throwing ourselves on the mercy of the court. And the court, Democrat Judge Colleen Collard, a huge barrier for sure. He laid down.
Is it 890? No. Anyway, I'll come back to 870. Anyway, CHML, Hamilton, Ontario.
A lot of different countries. Does this get around that? I mean, is there legalities that you need to be aware of?
Yeah, so Digital Nomads have always been operating in a grey area, and before the pandemic, pretty much 99% of the digital nomads that I encountered were travelling on tourist visas, and they were kind of like being a little bit artistic by going to the border to renew their tourist visa and elongate. Now there are the 21
A70. I wish I can get the one from Louisiana, WWL. I had gotten that one before when I was in Florida, of course, and also in Indiana. I got that one, but here, no. A70. I'm trying to remember what I got an A70. Trying to remember now. It might have been a Chicago station. I believe there's a Chicago station that I might got it. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, this doesn't have single sideband. This radio does not have single sidebands. That's the lowest, and that is the lowest I can go. 3 kilohertz. Excuse me. Yeah, that's one thing about this radio. Is just like the Kidosin, no single sideband.
Très vite dans le spectacle, en personnage marionnette,
But very sensitive.
Il y en a quelques-uns.
Of course, 900 CHML. (910) is WKRL Polsky Radio. Hello, Paul. AA1 SU checking in from Northern Vermont. And James Farley said, I use the upper and lower sideband. Russell, yeah, but this radio, I can't do that. This radio does not have single sideband. Maybe the next version of this radio. I'll talk about that later if I have time. (920) is too early. Still. WPAT. Out of Clifton, New Jersey. 940, yeah, still kind of early. 950 is a mixed bag. It seems like a music station. (960) is also mixed. Sometimes I get Plattsburgh. I think WEAV. I got in at 960.
And now
970, of course, is The Answer. WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey.
Video get together for Pragertopia Plus members only.
There you go, Pragertopia.
For an hour each month.
980. Take a mix back in. 990. I think that's 990. The Answer from. I'm in it right now.
Is authentic, trusted relationship.
So that's why
Let me check the time.
That's why I am committed to building.
Oh, we're getting almost in the top of the hour.
For the students, I influence every
This is called a TEF 6686. It doesn't really have a name. It's just the name of the chip.
This is a trusted space. This is a trusted space.
This is a trusted space.
Access free films and resources for trusted spaces in your school community at a trustedspace.org.
Yeah, so this is out of Philly. 990 out of Philly. Okay. VT Radio, Paul, yeah, it's just they have several. Yeah, they have several ones. They have one that has without the speaker. It's a smaller version of it. They have one that's this is kind of horizontal. They have one that's a vertical radio. It looks like a longer radio the other way. Yeah, they have a few of them. This one I bought it with, of course, like this. This is the one that Mario DDX has. This is the one that Michael TV Radio 1972 has. This is the one that a lot of people like. And I'm telling you, and this is a great radio. It goes for about $130. But I got mine on AliExpress for $63 and change because they have a summer sale right now. So I picked this one up. It's very good radio on medium wave. It's excellent on FM, and it's good on shortwave. It's good on shortwave. It does not have single sideband though. No single sideband. It's the same. It's the same chip. I got this from AliExpress. AliExpress. That's where they have the sale. It's around the $60, $70 range right now. It's half off right now. That's why I bought it.
And outshine President Trump. I think here's the cool thing about Donald Trump's failure. He hits in this game, Edwards, Bruhan, and Fortes. A bit.
So that's WNVP out of Chicago. So right now it's coming in good.
Go his way. That's what was.
You can barely hear 10-10 wins.
Below the knee.
AliExpress. AliExpress.com. You never heard of AliExpress? You live in a cave.
Strikeout rate over 31%. Here is Bruhan. There's the strike. Top of the zone. Nothing in one.
AliExpress.com.
Lead is 229 against Michael, but because of the
And
walk,
the radio's right there for you.
346.
Yeah, AliExpress.
I'd like to get that down a little bit. The 0-1. Foul.
So I got mine hooked up to the MFJ 1886 loop. Okay. It has an SMA connector right there. And the connectors both for all bands. Medium wave, long wave, long wave. Okay, this 10 is up on the carpet. Medium wave, long wave, medium wave, short wave, FM, RDS. FM station, RDS. Okay.
Generally, stuff-wise, this stuff plays in the zone. Yeah, I mean, Liam Neeson.
10-10 wins.
IRS, they tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000... Roof repair? Done well.
This is KDKA out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Done well. Electrical upgrade.
You're welcome.
Done well. Andy's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for nearly 30 years.
KDKA.
So we know the difference between done and done well. Hire high-quality, certified pros at Angie.com.
We're the Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn.
All right, top of the hour. Let me get to the station where
Kids in the U.S. that struggle.
WBC Boston.
Including
Right now it's early. There's bleed over from 1050, but this is WHO out of Iowa. I'm going to leave it there for a minute to verify it.
made possible on this station by the great contributions of our listeners in this area.
By the way, if you touch it, it actually gets better, the signal. You see how it's trying to lock in? See the top corner, it's trying to lock in? Yeah, it's still early. It's still too early for but that's probably 1040 WHO out of Iowa. Unless it's something else. See right here in this corner? See how it's trying to lock? When it hits that center, that means it's locked in. right, so we move on.
Seemed like you were having trouble. Yeah.
1050, of course, is WEPN, ESPN Radio, out of St. Caucus, New Jersey. KYW out of Philly.
To Southwood Street near 60th and Kingston Avenue. Commissioner Kevin Bethel says around 11:30 p.m., officers were working to try to break up a large group of young people who they say through social media planned a pop-up.
Through their networking, they were able to reconvene, and that resulted in an individual coming up in a vehicle firing multiple rounds.
It's early.
Happy trying to get it started here in the ninth.
WTIC.
This all righty fires and low with it. Starts sinking fastball at 97. It's a lot of deep counts.
WBAR, the
Going to move up to third base with deep for his fly. Didn't have
The players during batting practice wearing the Larry Doby t-shirts. He broke into Major League Baseball on this date, July 5th, 1947, a few months after Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. And Larry Doby went through all the trials and tribulations that Jackie Robinson went through. The pitch, swing and a foul back. Great man. The Hall.
But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Barrel, though, downgraded to a tropical storm after colliding with Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, packing winds about 65 miles per hour. The bad news, that system expected to strengthen. It moves over those warmer Gulf waters in the coming days. Millions of people on the storm. Here's the end of their voices. If you're along the coast of the Louisiana border, pay attention to this storm because you have about 2 days, the rest of today and tomorrow, and some of Sunday to prepare when it hits on Monday. Latest forecast projection as that storm has path is shifting east. Mother Nature is turning up the heat for millions of Americans.
Roughly 134 million people are under alerts for what the National Weather Service is calling an extremely dangerous and record-breaking heat wave, with parts of Florida, Ohio, the Southern Plains, and nearly all of the West Coast seeing surging temperatures. Phoenix, Arizona, soaring above 115 degrees.
Kids don't see the family car as dangerous, but just 10 minutes in a hot vehicle can be fatal. Look before you lock.
In partnership with the National Weather Service, Deputy Bobby Zavala of Arizona's Cochise County Sheriff's Department reminding folks not to leave kids or pets in a car. Dozens of fires are burning across California. Officials fearing the dry heat could spark more flames. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
A Tennessee judge rules the Nashville Christian School shooters manifesto cannot be released to the public. Court finding that the coveted school children and parents hold the copyright to any writings created by shooter Audrey Hale, a transgender former student, targeted her Christian classmates in March of 2023. Hale was ultimately killed by police. 2 inmates escaping from a jail in southwestern Mississippi. Both were awaiting murder charges. A manhunt is underway. Officials are warning the public both suspects should be considered armed and dangerous. I'm Tom Brandon with Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medication. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at McGruffPSA.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council. He's here.
Now, broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact
WBT.
with
All
our
right, never mind. Moving on.
friend.
WBT out of Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, there you go.
But the mark looks the Independent Women Decorating Foundation might be
I think this is yeah, Bloomberg is bleeding over right now. This is KMOX out of St. Louis, Missouri. But right now it's early. Bloomberg is bleeding way over.
And the bottom blocking the streaming platform for
WBR, Bloomberg Radio, New York.
You don't have to be the best in your sport to make
And then this is RVA out of Richmond. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. It could be Cleveland. No. Yeah, it's all mixed there. Relevant Radio. WVNJ, Oakland, New Jersey.
Like the first in the man, having the two tables in my hand, and he wrote on the tables according to the first writing, the 10 commandments.
I think this is WWVA, West Virginia. Yeah.
No mention of gold in
Yeah, I think I see that now.
And so we must assume that the box contained the stone tablets of the law, or which
this is Wham 1180, Rochester.
That the United States is in. No one knows who's actually running the country right now.
WLIB. Yes, it's too early, but I used to get WOAI on this out of San Antonio, Texas, but I haven't gotten that in a while.
I wasn't picked last. I wasn't picked at
1210
all.
WPHC.
The gym teacher always had to go, Sterling, you go over there. I didn't fit in.
Yeah, HD. Talking about the FM. I don't know about the. No, there's no. This is medium wave. I don't know about that anymore. Because this radio doesn't do HD. This radio does RDS, not HD radio. And this is a medium wave band. There is no. I think on the on my Sanjin HD receiver, there was one medium wave station that does some RDS text. I'm trying to remember. I think it's 1570 or something. I'm trying to remember. There's only one station left. They did away with that. There was a few stations that had RDS on medium on AM, but they did away with that because now since they simulcast on FM a lot, like for example, WCBS 880 on medium wave, they used to have, I believe, if I remember, they used to have a RDS on it or something, but they did away with all that because now all those stations are on FM as a sub channel, or they have their own simulcast dedicated channel on FM. So that's why they kind of did away with that. But there is one station, it's not gonna pick it up here, but actually it might pick it up here. I know I'm on the Sanji and it does that. It does display the text on medium wave. But this radio doesn't do that on medium wave. The Sanji tuner does that on medium wave. If there's RDS on medium wave, and of course HD, and yeah, yeah. And there's a couple other stations too. It was CBS, I believe. 1010 Wins, I believe, had it too. We're talking about like a few years back. And then they're all gone now. I think only 1570 here still has some RDS. But this one won't pick it up. This one doesn't do that. Only on FM. This one does RDS.
And this also.
Of course, WFAS, now they're fading away now. Yeah, this is actually, here we go. Actually, this is a station. 1230, yeah, FAS. This is the station that does the HD. But it doesn't do it here. On the Sanjian, this one, it will display the text. So this is a station here locally. WFAS out of White Plains, New York. This one does HD on medium wave. Well, and they still have it listed here as HD. HD radio, digital only. Okay, so this is digital only HD radio. That's why you can't hear it. Yeah. So on my Sanjian, I picked this one up. I can hear it on the Sanjian radio. And I believe even on my SDR, I think on my SDR can pick it up. That's interesting. Oh, no, this does not do single sideband. Yeah, digital only. No, you can't, this is not going to be able to decode that. And hello, Spindle Twister 344. No, it does not have single sideband. It's 1240 is fading away. That's WGBB. This is a Korean station. Yeah. Out of Freeport. Yeah. WNTR, classic oldies.
Vamos ao estúdio, meus irmãos. Elias era um profeta, um pregador muito importante. É lindo quando Deus leva.
This is Radio Wado. WADO Spanish. Out of Carlstadt, New Jersey. Say Radio Wado. Of course, right now they are simulcasting, I think it's the Met game in Spanish.
Y ese promedio de 177, de perdón a todos, se puede sacar una aquí.
teams. 490, and all that is.
What makes you so different than the rest of us? We insure clients receive unparalleled service and have much relationship. Tell me more. Our investment counselors focus on service and sales.
1300, so I'm trying to get Albany. $13.10. I think I heard it the other night. I think it's La Mega or something. La Mega? At first I thought it was Cuba because I like Cuban music, but I think it's La Buena or La Mega or something like that. I couldn't make it. Sounds better here. All right. This is Radio Visión Cristiana, WWRV. Out of Hackensack, New Jersey. Of course, religious. You can hear the tone. I sanctify. I am a savior. Yeah, do you hear me? Come in, you hear me? You know, that's what you're gonna hear. He's just saying it in Spanish. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm gonna save ya. Everybody's gonna get a radio, and you're gonna hear Jesus Christ. Sorry. Oh man. Oh my God, I went off there a little bit. Sorry, folks. I'm like an angry preacher there. All right, moving on. What got over me? Yeah, it's all it's like this. I'm just trying to speed it up. I want to get to FM. All right, moving on.
We are Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved today at rotary.org/action. Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer.
WKDM is Korean radio, Carlstown, New Jersey. So we got WSTC, Stamford, Connecticut. Although graveyard. I have no idea what it says. Yeah, it sounds like a mix. I picked up a few years ago CPAM out of Montreal. I picked up a couple different mix stations here because these are all like, you know, of course this is a graveyard, you know.
Stations, all free.
iHeartRadio, soundtrack, flashback.
It bombed in the theaters, but it's now a cult favorite. 1979's The Warriors gave us an unbelievably cool song from Joe Walsh with
All right,
even better.
But God called him to found
Relevant Radio,
the Barnabas
WNSW.
collaborated.
All right. WZRC, Richfield Park, New Jersey. We have Korean. A lot of Korean stations. This one I heard during the day, WGCH. I don't know if they're still around. Connecticut, but I don't pick up much here. It's slop mix.
Six innings since the third.
WFED out of Washington, D.C.
Men in scoring position. C.J. Abrams is ready to pounce on a first pitch. So runners second and third, one out. C.J. Abrams, the batter. Arenado.
50-10. Anyway.
Skeens looks fantastic. Has 8 Ks. Is this something that should worry Mets fans? Should Pirates fans now be excited? Have they caught some fire? Have they caught the grimace luck?
I would first. It looks like they're risky on the holiday.
Yeah, I saw.
Probably a little bit too early. I thought the Mets would start to really struggle after that little grimace run once they lost the game. You know, you.
Story in of itself.
And this is, I believe,
I couldn't make it to the show today. Let's just say it was a plane.
Let's just say it was a seaplane, and
If you're wake up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare.
It's already not yet. KXCL out of Waterloo, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Normally that's what I get here in the evening. However, I don't know if that's it right now. Sounds like it. But it's something else mixing in.
I'm Larry Kudlow, and I urge you to fortify your savings with physical gold with my friends at Priority Gold. To learn how gold, silver.
CBEF out of Quebec or Montreal, I believe.
Magician.
So that if she puts a trust in him,
Prime Day for July 16th and 17th. And in the spirit of summer, you could save money on barbecue grills, mosquito repellent tools.
WWRL Black Information Network, Secaucus, New Jersey.
Entertainment and more. Here's what you need to know.
Normally in the evening I get CHHA out of Canada, Toronto. CHHI. It's say Spanish because they play Spanish a lot in the evening. Although I think they also mix. It's an ethnic station. Sounds like it. CHHA. When I first heard it, I thought it was Cuba. Of course, here I don't pick up much. I picked up Cuba here before, 1620. I also picked up a local station. It was kind of like one of those weather stations up there, Hastings in the Hudson. It was just one of those stations that like a town. It's like they're not really utility, like a highway advisory type radio. But that's when you pick up when you start going up here, you get a lot of TIS stations. Highway advisory. Sounds like Fort Lee. We because there's 5 stations listed here locally. They all one is JFK Airport Radio, one is Newark Liberty Airport Radio, one is Staten Island Expressway Radio, one is Westchester County Radio, and Fort Lee. It's a log jam up there. So that's what you hear. But you hear the travelers advisory or travelers information. Same thing here, 1640. Highway advisory, Major Deegan, Cross Bronx Expressway, Long Island Southern State Parkway. That's another one. All right. Have a good night, Paul. I believe this is CINA out of Canada. Indian music out of Mississauga. That's how you pronounce it? Mississauga, Ontario. I think this is. You hear Indian music, that's probably Canada. I'll show you on this station. That's local, WWRU. And 1670. 1680. Yeah, which one is this one? This is Spanish. 1690 WPTX out of Lexington Park, Maryland.
Butter, it's been in the trunk, never leaves.
1710 is WRCR, Rockland County.
Brings a 9-hitter, Ed Johnson. Swings and pops it down the first baseline. Isaacson giving chase and elects not to chase a switch of the play. This lands in section 101. In fact, yesterday was the 6th anniversary of a showdown Seth Manson and I had.
Although when the power was diminished on this one, they were offline for a while. I picked up Miami. I picked up Texas on this frequency. Of course, you do have some pirates.
Pouring, and he says, I don't think the heavy stuff is going to come down for a while. That's how dark it got.
All right, good night, Tassel.
Well, one.
WQFG 689 Hudson County Radio. Right now, yeah, a little bit. All right. Of course, that goes up to 720. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to switch it over to the FM antenna. So that was the MFJ AT86 loop. Now I'm going to switch it over to the FM loop that's on the roof. Now I'm going to FM now. That was medium wave. I'm going to go to the FM band now. Okay. Let me fix. Okay, let me just try. Okay, what is going on here, bro? What is going on here? Okay, this carpet needs to go back a little bit. Oh, forget it. Hold on. There's too many wires on the floor. Trying to keep it stable. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go through it anyway. I'm gonna log my hours today. All right, so let me disconnect this one. I'm disconnecting the MFJ T86 loop. I'm going to switch over to the FM loop that's on the roof. I'm disconnecting the SMA here. And then there you go. I may try something like that in the future. I don't know yet. I'm even thinking about getting a second one if the price is right, because the price went up on that one too. All right, let me turn it on. So of course, this is the latest firmware. And now I'm going to switch the band. There you go. Let me go down the band. Actually, let me go all the way down to the bottom of the band first. All right, let's go all the way down. And this doesn't have a keypad, so... Oh, actually, I could have just done this. Hello, sorry. Hello. Sorry. There you go. I believe it starts at 87. What am I doing? 87. Okay, 87. Let me have my other list. My other list is more reliable than this one. Video locator. Here, look at the volume up. So James Foley, I saw an engineer talk about that antenna, that loop that you have. He says if you straighten it out, yeah, I know. I heard you can straighten it out and it turns into like an S pattern. And I know somebody wrote in the Amazon review that it seemed to pull up more signals. I may do that, but I don't. The reason why I don't want it because the antenna's not is built. But I think if I straighten it out and I get a strong wind, it'll bend it. And I get some strong winds here coming down that hill. Nah, well, you can't do that with this antenna. You can't straighten it out flat. It's round. The shape of that loop is the way it is. It's round. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Then now you're talking about bending it and flattening it. I'm not gonna damage my antenna doing that. No. All right. Anyway, click, 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 click. Of course, the first one is gonna be this station. This is the first station.
의사라든지 의료진의 경험도 그리고 가격 투명한 그 여부를 따라서 평가해서 이렇게 병원, 우수병원을 100여 개가 넘는 병원을 선정을 했는데요. 이 가운데 지금 뉴욕 뉴저지에서 상위권에 10개가 올라와 있다라는 거죠. 네.
Korean.
그렇게 뉴욕에 많은 우수병원이 있는 걸 오늘 레모니닷컴 자료를 통해서 정말했네요. 지금 아침 일부로 여러분들 있습니다. 잠시 음악 한 곡 듣고 갈까요?
Let me put it back to 0.
어이구, 이거는 지금
I don't have to do this one anymore. I can go here. Okay, now we can go the next one. Excuse me. My antenna won't allow that. It's bent as a curve. WBGO. Now I'm gonna move up fast here because there's a lot. That would have been Connecticut. I think that's a Connecticut station. It's the one that I picked up last time. Unless I get a lock right away, I'm gonna move on. Yeah. Because I got an auto bandwidth. You see auto bandwidth? So this fluctuates on depending on how this locks. So right now, this station right now is weak. This goes up to 200 and what is it? I don't want to go through it because I got to press this button. It's going to be a lot of pressing. And I don't want to show you how far it goes. I'm going to say that for the review. But it goes up to about 300, I believe. But when you get to the 200 range, you'll start seeing the RDS. around the 200 range, if it has RDS. These stations down here, some of them are low power. They're not gonna college stations. Some of them have it, some of them don't. That's the pirate station from the Bronx. And then you'll get this FM.
Invita a la
And then
gran
you get
cena de la
that
amistad.
stereo,
Niños felices. Por recaudación de fondos para nuestro Back to School.
But there's no RDS on
Niños
this one.
Felices
Otherwise, RDS would have lit up and you would have saw everything here.
Viernes 9 de
It's
agosto
coming.
del 2024, de 6 de la tarde a 10 de la noche. Les esperamos en el Davison Community Center, 2038 de Davison Avenue, en el condado.
See, this one is dead. It's just it's a strong signal, everything, but there's no audio. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's is it digital or something going on there. Anyway, it's not lifted on my stations. But
we also see God's hand opening ministry doors. Here's TWR President Lauren Libby.
Let's talk about
yeah, it is a cool feature. Auto bandwidth.
It is interesting to see
you can
how
set manually
God
bandwidth on this.
things to be able
So I
to
leave it on
speak
auto.
to a country
Works for
that
me.
is less than 3% Christian, and it's a very, very hard.
See, 236. Now you get the RDS. All right. When you go around, when it goes over 200 or about 180 something, about 200, you start getting the RDS. So I see University. Yeah, it does. If it's a strong signal, it will lock in. You see? This compared to the Q-Dosin, this radio rocks on FM. Michael told me that, and I was like, okay, but yeah, this radio on FM is very, very good. That's why I bought this radio, just for the FM. This is where this radio shines. Hello, John K6RXD. Good evening and cheers. Yes, I'll be opening one in a few. So enjoy one for me. This has an internal one. It's non-removable. It claims it's 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but I think it's a 3,500. But I've been running this. You see the voltage right there tells you battery. I can change that to percentage. This radio has a lot of options you can do on this thing. Even the display. Right now it says 3.8 volt, but I can put the percentage. I may change that to the percentage. It's in the option, but I don't want to go through all this now. I just want to do tuning. I'm going to make a video on that on when I do my review on this radio. All right. This is WSUV Fordham University. Sometimes if you touch the radio, it will actually this is WFMU. Yeah.
Jump for joy. Who has a special charm? Amazing willing grace. Who scored the winning run and did it just for fun? Amazing
a distant station.
grace.
Yeah, I think this one is this one could be Ellenville. I forgot. I quoted earlier. Anyway,
Claims both France and Canada as her home. In 2007, she released an album with an interesting concept. It's Brazilian songs sung in French and French songs sung in Portuguese.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. 92.1.
1051, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM. The police are gone, but some residents of Jamaica, Queens, a high-rise over there, they're left to cope with their grief, haunted by what happened yesterday. Police say a 20-year-old man with a butcher's knife stabbed 3 relatives, including his 8-year-old half-brother, and that child died. His parents were stabbed.
Yeah, so this RDS has a lot of information. You got the pie code.
Never expected anything like this to happen.
Never.
Oh, okay. Hello, Michael. T Radio 72. Good evening, everyone. I am watching between breaks. Right now, I'm watching AEW wrestling. Okay.
The rampage ended when the police arrived. They shot and killed the stabber.
Michael, when I did that medium wave, I used the MFJ 1886. Okay, hold on. Something's getting tangled up. Okay, wow. MFJ 1886, the one that's on the backyard. And then for the FM portion right now, I'm using the loop. The FM loop that's on the roof. And that's what I've been using for the when I heard Philly earlier today, it was the FM loop. Yep.
There's another verse there in First Timothy.
Oh, Michael, I have a question, Michael. I noticed when I did the firmware update, I updated to the latest. Did it reverse the tuning? Cause I think the tuning got reversed. You see, if I go this way, it goes down. Yeah. You see the tuning? I think it reversed it. If I remember, because I upgraded to the latest firmware. Anyway, if you know why, if I can fix that, if not, it's okay. I'm getting used to it. But it kind of tricked me at first. Reverse. So if I go up, tuning.
Is what God.
If I tune up,
and I think this applies
it goes
not
down.
only to those
If I tune down, it goes. Oh, okay, I'm gonna check it out then. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, it fixed. Yeah, the reverse tuning. Okay, so I thought I was wondering. I thought I was going nuts. All right, cool. Thank you, Michael. Okay, sorry. Where was I?
De Verizon Plus Play hasta el 10/29/24. Después del periodo promocional de 12 meses, la suscripción se autorrenovará por $6.99 por mes más impuestos a menos que canceles antes de la renovación. Cancela en cualquier momento en el panel de control de Plus Play.
Y que pases un excelente fin de semana. Dios te bendiga a ti y a toda tu familia. Será hasta la próxima. Somos Vida Unida, la que trae fe y esperanza a tu vida.
Haz de este lugar tu habitación. Llena cada rincón.
Amazon Prime Video to find out when you can see it all. My gratitude goes
to Tom Green. And if you want to watch that video, watch that interview, you can find it on our YouTube channel.
On this week's Wait Wait, director Ryan Johnson.
Good was either right or it was wrong. Now good is defined in emotional terms. Whatever makes you feel good is what is good. But that's not our conversation for now. What Jesus is doing is he's consider the question.
At the hottest wax, you ask a wizard, just a wizard who ain't taking no crap. I'm rhyming and designing with your girl on my lap. Her face is kicking, always thinking, cause you like it that way. You think it's fun, plus
Our self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle.
Okay, I-95 out of Connecticut.
Besides, after a long ride, a helmet sweat is way
Out of
more
Brookfield,
satisfying. So if
Connecticut.
you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without even breaking a sweat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Save on summer energy costs with the new central or ductless AC system from Hoffman Energy. Get yours now with $0 down and low monthly payments. Visit HoffmanEnergy.com or call 877-359-0623 today.
So that's the back end of that FM loop is kind of pointing toward west toward New Jersey, but I guess on the back end, I'm still getting this Connecticut station pretty good.
Doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service.
It seems to be strong.
Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
Auto Parts.
Hey, Jim, just stopped in to say hello. Oh, my.
Very happy with the loop FM folded dipole / loop.
I don't fight by myself. When
this is the Fox. Yeah, the Fox. This is out of Southport, Connecticut. And that's going to be 39 miles. Yeah. WFOX. Okay. The Fox.
Fairfield County rocks. 95.9, The Fox. Do you have the time?
There you go, The Fox.
Your home for hit music.
96.1 Kiss FM, the Hudson Valley's #1 hit music station.
Oh, Father,
there you go.
Lately I've been doing it. Y Canadá no tendrá otro lateral izquierdo para que suelte a Davis un poco y genere algo más de claridad en el ataque. Davis en el ataque. ¿Cuántas veces en el segundo tiempo?
You are loved. You matter. Prayer is available 24/7, all through the Air One app. Download it for free when you search Air One.
You've been better to me than I could.
WARW out of Port Chester, New York.
Where do we go?
Hot 97, WQHT.
I want someone to love me. I need one who...
I was mixing. Yeah, I got an RDS lock on WALK. That's out of Patchogue, New York. That is 47 miles. I get this one on, and it's kind of, I get it hot enough with this. With this one, I get it pretty good. With the Kedosin, not so much, but weird. Something else is coming in.
I'm Lakeland Pisaki, but I hope you stayed safe. And as I'm looking here in Vegas, it brings back so many memories of the documentary of the Redeem Team. I'm currently walked in that room.
All right. I thought another station came in for a second, but all right.
La bebé una Barbie, cara de buena pero es una bad bitch. Y en la noche me imagino devorándote.
Let's see. I'm glad you test the radio. I think that's Hempstead. Probably Hempstead. WKJY. I just gotta see it in that corner, but I know that is Hempstead.
This is Long Island's K-Joy 98.3.
There you go. Yep, Hempstead, New York. All right. There you go, Hempstead. WKJY.
And I can't sweep you off of your feet.
Yeah, Hempstead.
Remember the taste of my love.
This one is WKJY. This Hempstead. That's closer to me. If you get, there's another one, WMGQ, New Brunswick, New Jersey. That's not the one I'm getting. You probably could get that one, New Brunswick. It's closer to you. The one. So yeah, I got the other one. They're both the same format. Adult contemporary.
I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just
there you go. They got the call sign right there. Oh, the call sign. I got the 4 RDS now. That's what I'm getting. Hempstead, New York.
I just wanna tell you.
All right. Sometimes you gotta hold the radio. You touch it. When you touch this radio, it gets really, really sensitive. Like you boosted the signal sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta wait.
Kiss me under the light of the
Oh, there you go. I got the call sign. Okay, I got the call sign right there. Bam. Nice.
He goes 1 year with CP, and I'm like, man, I really love this dude. Like, he's incredible. One of the best teammates I've ever had. And then he's gone. And that is a weird part about this business. And it made me really sad. So between finding out that Clay and CP are leaving, I've been sad the last few days trying to process my thoughts. And I think, too, at the end of the day, Pop is a genius. And I think putting CP with Wemby, it could really help him learn and grow as a player, but also have someone to
Michael, I get the Korean FM translator on 98.3 W252CS. It wipes out WKJY in most spots. Wow. WKJY used to be dominant 98 point before the translator moved in. Oh, okay. Before that translator moved in. Okay. Which one is this? A Future FM? What is this? Which one is this one? This is a sub channel. Another minute. Not a pirate? I'm looking it up too. Is that a pirate? Anyway, moving on. All right. Anyway, I got on the live stream. I think that's a pirate. I'm not sure. Jamaican. Reggae pirate.
Epoxy, Gorilla Wood Glue, Gorilla Construction Adhesive. Of course. You get it. If you can break it, Gorilla can fix it. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Now, more encouraging songs and stories to lift you up.
It's really just easy to listen to.
WAWZ, they're fast.
A Pillar Media
Let
station.
me stretch for a minute.
I know someone
WAWZ. There you go. Okay.
knows what I'm up against. I know someone
34.8 miles.
who's here in the midst of it, fighting for me.
All right.
In a battle I can
Turn down a cold beer. Tell them there ain't nothing greener than the grass you're standing on right here.
Cliff is Harlem Connection. Well, according to Rolling Stone magazine, when Jimmy Cliff came to Harlem back in the day, he came to the Apollo Theater to see James Brown, and then after that, he went to Mosque number 7 because he was...
What happiness is to you? Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you want.
Yeah, WEZN out of Connecticut, star 99.9.
Can't nothing bring me down. It love is too.
hell no. My city's so no. Still don't know the scene.
Poughkeepsie. 50 miles away. 50, yeah, 50, 52. Over 50.
Just one more time.
So mind you, the antenna is not pointed toward there. It's actually pointed toward New Jersey west. So it's heading. It's actually broadside. It's picking us up pretty good. This radio is very sensitive. Very sensitive on FM. My St. Jude tuner struggles to get this sometimes. And this radio does it easily. WCDS. Beautiful idea. We don't want nothing from you. Your life is tragedied, boring and confiscated. If that's your best from good. WCDS. No, wait for this one. And when you look so strong and you're alone, how many nights you sit beside the phone? What were the things you wanted? There's one of them on my list. I mean, it's one on my list, but it's Trenton, but it's not. This ain't news talk. It's definitely not news talk. I'm gonna wait. See if I get some idea on this. I wanna wait on this one. Trying to get any idea on this.
Heat of the Moment by Asia. That is the one helping us to kick off this edition of the UCR Album of the Week. We are going to play through the entire debut album from Asia, which came out in March of 1982. And Jeff Downs is our guest to help us do it. Jeff, how far into the album process were you guys when you wrote Heat of the Moment?
We actually, Heat of the Moment was the last song we did for the album, funny enough. And so, we worked really hard in creating all the other songs and arrangements, particularly because the arrangements were
James, you get in this station?
Vast. They're not, it's not just, a guy playing.
I have no idea what this is.
Backbeat drums and the well and the bass. These were the arrangements and the big vocal choruses and the anthemic aspect of it.
RDS, come on, RDS.
There's a whole underlying thing with that album. So I think that we felt good about it. But as I say, we did a lot of rehearsal for it, and I think that's one of the reasons why it really was a polished album when it came out.
Jeff Downs of Asia is with us tonight. I think you can hear that the hard work that they put into the first record really paid off. By the time they put the original lineup back together,
yeah, I'm not getting no idea. The RDS just lit up a little bit, and then, but I didn't get anything here yet.
Here is the second single, and it's another song you're definitely going to know. Just ultimate classic rock.
I'm gonna let it play. And that's my cue to get a beer. I'll be right back.
across the Hudson, leaving New Jersey. We're still in pretty good shape at the George Washington.
It's in your eyes. There's no disguising it. It really comes as no surprise to find that you planned it all along.
I heard mixing. I heard New Jersey. I heard mixing, but that's not the station. That's another station. The station that I have listed is from Trenton, but that is not News Talk, obviously. Well, I gotta ID this one. Yeah, I gotta ID this one. Cheers. That's funny. It. Cheers. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this one. Hopefully something good. I'm gonna wait for this one. Give me something. I need some RDS or something. It's going up. It spiked up and that thing went on, and then there you go, 200. If it goes up on 200 and stays there, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. No, it doesn't work that way. Plus, I don't want to do that because it's a lot of button presses. Believe me. Either they're gonna say something.
It's in your eyes.
We just passed the top of the hour.
No disguising it. It really comes as no surprise to find that you planned it all along. I see it now. It comes so clear. Your insincerity and me all starry-eyed. You think that I would have known by now?
But that's the signal. That's just the signal. You can't just put a 200. That's it. It's a signal. Coming is, it's fading in and out.
Like the tears that used to die. We all
But the RDS will not work if it goes below a certain number. It won't work. From what I see, it won't do it. This has to be locked too. See, right now, FM stereo is fading. It's not even FM stereo, now it's FM stereo.
Here's another summer rock classic on 101.5 WPDH.
All right. Okay, that's Poughkeepsie. There you go. Okay, no wonder it was fading in and out. Okay, I got that one. Okay, I know that one. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, wait a minute. 101. That's why it's not listed on my. It's not on my list. I got that one before.
In or around that.
Okay, so that was 101. What it was? 101. Yeah, I get Trenton. Okay, so that's Poughkeepsie. So let's move on. All right. And this one stays like this, silent. I don't know why. Maybe Michael can answer that question for me. Michael, when a station is like this, See, I got the volume all the way up. There's no audio, but you see there's a signal there. Is that a digital signal? What is that? What is this? Is this an HD signal? I have no idea what this is. I got a couple of them like this, a few of them. There's no audio, but clearly there's a signal there. You see the S meter? There's a signal there, but of course there's no audio. So I'm sure Michael can explain that one for me. All right, moving on.
What was happening? Should LeMahieu been aware enough? I mean, he's a seasoned veteran to get in a double.
Run down. Yeah, that's the ideal situation.
No, I don't want to do that because it's going to take up too much space.
Not sure, but yeah, run down is the ideal thing in that
and,
spot. Yes.
It's not here. Actually, it's in the next room. And
what's the situation with Glaber?
I don't know.
Similar to what
I don't know about a birdie. I don't, because it's always the same spot, and there's a station in Long Island that has the same thing, and I don't. Maybe it could be. I don't know. Maybe
it's been 3 straight weeks now. You guys really struggling. Why do you feel like it's lasted?
Okay, Michael, there you go. Okay, I haven't seen T-rated in the 72. I haven't seen it on this frequency, but I've seen it on a few others. Oh, okay.
Long ball hurts us.
Yeah, this is like the second or third frequency that I got in that
side of things.
It just stays silent.
And where
there's
we've
a
had
signal there.
Times where we've been scoring runs,
I have
those
no idea what
chances
that
to
is.
really pile on. And again, like tonight, you're facing a really good pitcher in Houck, and I felt like
I mean, I know it's got to be Syria, it's got to be, Iraq and China, and what are some of the countries here?
All the stands. I call them all the stands. Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. Look what just happened just 2 weeks ago. Tajikistan, if I even pronounce it right. They had 8 people traveling 7,500 miles away into El Paso.
Tajikistan.
Crossed the border, were processed and vetted, which is alive, and released. Now we find out, wait a minute, all 8 of them are on the terrorist watch.
And James, this radio is always getting firmware updates. So this changes all the time. Sometimes there's little fixes to this radio. This radio has gotten many firmware updates. If you buy this radio, I go to this forum on Discord, and they list all the updates for this. There's so many fixes on this radio, but that's the beauty of this radio. This radio can always be upgraded with the firmware. This radio, I'm very impressed with this radio. I have to say, very impressed with this radio. I'm glad I bought this radio, especially at that price. I'm very happy with this radio. It's a fun radio too.
You spit in somebody's face, I do. No, you don't. You're fully responsible for doing what you did.
There's a problem with this radio is I'm still memorizing these, and I know the one you can do the bandwidth, but the problem is you got to cycle through the whole thing, and I don't want to grind the stream into a halt for just one thing. I don't want to do that. So I leave it on auto. It works for me.
Something's up.
So I done the manual thing. Doesn't
a week or 2 or
it's
3
okay
or 5. It's been going on a while.
I don't mind the auto bandwidth.
So he calls for Abraham, and he rebukes Abraham. First question.
Anyway, I'm getting close to the end. It's 11 o'clock.
Science experiment, and I brought baking soda, cornstarch, and you're due tomorrow, right? Well,
okay to you. Bronxville, New York. Hello, Keegan. And Hello and good evening, Keegan from Northwest Arkansas.
Problem is when I'm with you, I'm an addict, and I need some relief. I spin AOT, can't see the forest through the trees. Got me down on my knees, darling, please.
Oh, this is K104. Okay. Yeah, it's K104. Because some of these are not on my list, so I'm not familiar with some of them. You know, I'm going through. Anyways, K104. Okay, WSPK.
But that don't mean that I can't wish you better. Good, we still I realize that I can be your lover. Let's just keep it honest with each other. Be happy for you when you find another. We ain't good.
Thank you for being in our midst tonight, Lord. You see her heart desire, God. Let her lack nothing. Let her continue to seek you, your kingdom.
You see how the station is weak?
All things are in there. Keep her in right standing.
You see, James Farley, how the station is weak? I can't just put that bandwidth at 200 and it's not going to happen because it's weak. Look at it. Look at the signal. It's only S3. So if you widen that bandwidth, it's not going to matter. It automatically makes it narrow. If anything, you want to narrow the bandwidth so you can hear the station better. That's the purpose of the auto bandwidth. You want to narrow the bandwidth so you can hear the station. And this does it automatically. You see, it puts it narrow. If I put that bandwidth at 200, you're not going to hear that station, baby. You're not going to hear that station. It's going to, if anything, any other adjacent station is going to bleed over. So you cannot put that at 200 and expect to get RDS. First of all, it's weak. S3. You see that little lock button up there? It's blinking. It's barely locking in. And that is not even FM stereo. You see those two little rings? When they turn red, that's FM stereo. If it's one, a green one, that's mono. If it's two of them, it's red, is FM stereo. If I didn't go through the whole manual, but I can tell. And that's not even going to light this up. These are not locked, these are going to light this up, period. So you cannot just put 200 here and expect to get RDS. Doesn't work that way. Yeah, you're not going to, it's right now it's weak. You see how weak it is? That's a weak station. I don't know what that is, but it's a weak station. Okay? So it automatically goes down to what it can hear. That's the lowest. For example, the next one.
91, then Sunday, partly sunny, highs right
around 90, FM stereo.
Well. So it's Mike
and then he's
Anthony,
going to start invoking
flying
the
solo tonight. We'll submit it with the mics. Mike Bufus
see,
enjoying
FM
his
stereo,
July
S5,
4th
it's going
weekend.
up to S5
and
almost.
I'm enjoying hanging with you, man, because we got
not
tons
even
of metal
S5,
to
it's
get
struggling.
to. Last week, I believe it was last Friday, we were doing
next
the show,
station.
and
there you go. See that one locked in everything? Everything got locked in, right? See it? FM stereo locked in. The bandwidth opened up. Bam, RDS. You don't do anything. You don't. And then you get all of this. So going back to the other one. Yeah, that one, you see? It's not going to work, you see? It's just signal is not strong enough to invoke anything else. So you're not going to be able to, you're just going to have to wait it out. At least to try to get a stereo lock on it. If you don't get a stereo lock, you're not going to get RDS. Okay, it's FM mono first, which is not even getting FM mono yet. Then it's FM stereo. Then it's RDS. And then if it's HD, is HD. HD is wider. That's the way it works. So if your station, if you have a weak station, you're not gonna get any of that. It's just that you're not gonna get it.
That was the prelude. That was the prelude song.
See, S6, S7. Now it's locking everything. See, lock, boom, boom. And then you get all the different, you get the state, the call sign, the state, the pi code, and all the other stuff. The format. The format is right there. You get it all on the same screen. That's why this is a great radio. It's a great radio for that. You get everything right there on the screen. Once you lock in, you got everything. So the beauty about this radio is you don't even have to wait for them to say the call sign. Once you get all that, if this station has RDS and you get all that information, that's it. You don't even have to wait for them to announce it. Especially if it spikes up and that's the beauty of this radio.
Perspective today. We're seeking him. I'm Nancy DeMoss Walkamuth.
Yeah, this one doesn't have RDS. Yeah, there's no RDS on this one. Yeah, that's it.
To experience our most compact cocktail machine, the Bartesian Duet, in action, and pick one up for yourself for our best price. Just $250 at Walmart or on Bartesian.com. That's BARTES.
See how this one has a little signal meter for the
cocktail.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling
partial, right?
thirsty.
It has to light this
Head to a
one up too
nearby
to get this one.
convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar
So
Mountain
you're getting a
Dew
partial
Starry. Grab a delicious,
RDS.
refreshing Pepsi for the road. Injured in a car crash?
Why this one has to go above by, yeah, right there. There you go.
Right away.
Call
888-888-8888.
Now you got the pi code.
Salino Law.
You got the RT.
We get you paid. Car crash? Call Salino. Manhattan,
Now we just need the ID.
Disney's Aladdin is inviting you to celebrate 10 years of Broadway magic. Step into a whole new world filled with vibrant colors, endless glitz and glamour, and show-stopping visual spectacle. With dazzling singing and dancing, a love story for the ages, and a magic carpet. What more could you wish for? Come celebrate a decade of Broadway magic at the New Amsterdam Theater, New York's most magical destination. Get tickets today.
Because sometimes if you don't get the ID, you could look up the pi code and still ID the station. If you don't hear, obviously if you don't hear it, but ID, I know the pi code. There's a search for that. There's a website for that. Then you can search for the pi code. And well, you have enough to look at soft music. Of course, on my list, that's it's local. That's a local station. But the ID hasn't come out yet. It's just a little off, and that's why I don't get that. But so, you can use the pi code, that 4-digit hexadecimal code right there, 73B8. Sometimes all you need is a pi code.
Countdown in order and commercial free. Plus the very first AT40 show from July 4th, 1970.
I'm Casey Kasem with the #1 song of the year.
Just open the free iHeart app, search Classic AT40, and listen now. Free never sounded so good.
Yeah, this one is local. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
Enough time, every touch.
So that's the peak. Markless Manor.
enough time. All that I want,
26 miles away.
not enough time. Every kid.
Yeah, Casey Kasem been around forever. Yeah, I remember Casey Kasem since I was a kid. That man's been around forever. I remember listening to him on AM when I was a kid. The countdown, top 40, the top 40 countdown and all that stuff. Yeah.
I just want to say I love you. I just want to say how much I care about you. I just
Maybe I got the idea on this one. I know this year I got the idea on this one.
I love you, and I mean
Anyway, let it play this tonight. WEBE 108. They call it they advertise as 108, but it's really 107.9.
I just want to say how much I care.
Yeah, right now I'm not gonna get the RDS on this one. It might come up. This one I got the RDS before. Anyway, this is WEB. So there you go. Keegan said I heard his show. Also taken a few years ago.
Hey, it's John Tesh at Weeby 108. We're always a safe haven for the family, so you can leave the station on all night tonight and never worry if the kid's here. Weeby 108.
Yeah, Weeby. They call it Weeby 108, but it's WEBE. Yeah, Weeby. That's the way they say it. Weeby 108. So anyway, that's it for that. That's the end of the dial there. And Keegan DX had some blooper reel on YouTube where he messed up on the station. Yeah, announcement. Yeah, Casey has been around forever. I thought he was gone, but I because now I'm getting to the FM band and all that. And I heard him and I was like, oh my God, he's still around. So there you go. So 2 hours and 3 minutes in the books. I did a medium wave band scan and an FM band scan with his radio. New radio to my Shack edition. There you go. The RDS is coming out maybe. Yeah. So this radio is awesome radio. I must say it's an awesome radio. It's a very good radio on FM. Michael said that this radio is actually better than Kidosin on FM, and you know what? I believe him. I'm a believer of that one. This radio is actually much better on FM than the Kidosin the DX286. Just because of also the display, and it's just also this radio many firmware updates. When I bought this radio, of course, I got it a few days ago in the mail. I paid $63 and change for it, half off on AliExpress. Originally comes with version the firmware I believe is version 1.18. Right now they're up to 2.11. So I upgraded the firmware right away. My Radio DX has a video on that, how to upgrade the firmware. It's pretty simple, but you do have to be careful because you can break the radio if you're not patient. But his video is awesome. I mean, it was flawless. The firmware upgrade on this radio, and they always have fixes for this radio. This radio is I wanted to get this video months ago, and I'm glad I finally got it. So there you go. So anybody, thank you for watching. I'm gonna sign off now. Everyone have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.